those people who are selling AI art have now developed a new way to market it, which is crazy. So let's get into this. First, we have this video that I stumbled across of Benny the Conqueror. So they themselves are an artist, they make videos talking about art-related topics, and this one stumbled across my For You page.
But there's this art account on here that has been like actively pushing printed AI art as their own created art, like done by hand, and they're actively trying to guilt trip people into buying their work. It's so blatantly obvious that that's what they're doing. And you know what's even crazier too is every time someone asks them to show themselves drawing anything, they like it's a couple, and the lady will consistently like just go off about the most inconsistent babble, just nonsense. Their excuse is that like, oh, there are great artists that never show their work.
I would also say it's a little bit of a red flag if the artist doesn't show their art process. Let me explain before y'all start coming for me, okay? I can totally understand that as an artist, it can be really frustrating to have people constantly be like, can you show your process? Like, da, 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 da. Like, to be falsely accused of AI art and demanded for a process to alleviate the concerns. It can be really frustrating if you didn't use AI art. But I would also say, like, in this day and age, due to the prevalence of AI art and like AI slop, cropping up. I would say it can't hurt to show your art process. Maybe you want to gatekeep how you draw things, but maybe like some sketches or something, like show some stuff, like some elements of the process so we can know that you hand drew it. On one hand, you don't necessarily owe people an explanation, but on the other hand, if you don't provide an explanation, people will then continue to assume that you're doing some nefarious deeds, possibly, until the explanation is provided. You know what I mean? So I just think it's a little bit odd if like you don't want to show anything.
Oh, there are great artists that never show their work until it's finished, and that's a load of shit. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, I know that there are artists that do that. This is not the situation. And the thing is because I'm nosy and I like to make sure that like I get all the information, I went all the way back and checked all of their videos all the way back to the beginning. And I saw videos of the partner out of the two of them that actually does the drawing. I saw them actually drawing. So I know that they can actually draw. They did it. They said supposedly they did it on a live or whatever, but I saw them actually drawing stuff, like physically doing it. And when I was looking at the pictures before I saw that, I was thinking to myself, some of these don't look the same. Like there are ones that blatantly look like it came out of an AI generator. And then there are some of them, like a few, that look like the quality is a lot less, but it looks more realistic. It looks more human. You know what I mean?
I would also say, yeah, a lot of the people who you scam with AI art, or they will take AI art and try to pass it off as their own, it's the saddest thing to see because a lot of them actually can draw. We've had cases of other artists. Like another one that I've called out previously in my YouTube channel is Yellenast, right? Yellenast can draw. The debate is not whether they can draw or not. The debate is whether they've used AI in the process at some point, which I personally believe they have. That's the thing. Like, it's the saddest thing to see because it's like, oh, you do have the ability to draw. You have the talent and the skill that you've honed over years. Oh, what? You decided to go take a shortcut because you're lazy? Oh, well, that kind of sucks. I low-key think it's worse if you're able to draw and you use AI because then it's like, man, like, it's like robbing from you. You know what I mean? Like, anyways, that's my little ramble about it.
And I kept thinking to myself, I was like, what they're probably doing is they're doing a mixture of both. That's what's happening because the images that were actually done by that artist are not bad. You know what I mean? They're not bad at all. But it's obvious that they're combining the two. They're doing AI work and they're doing actual work, and they're saying that all of it is theirs. These losers are like actively trying to pretend like they're not doing what they're doing. It's literally just like a buy my stuff now. Every video, it's the same thing every single time, unless it's the other partner actively sitting there like a goofball, just saying a bunch of nonsense and arguing with themselves in the comment section. Please just be careful of this stuff. Don't give them the views. Don't give them the comments. Don't do any of that. Don't argue with them. Don't ask to see like if you see this and it's like, this is it, man. Just if you can, I get it. Like if you want to ask or whatever before you cast judgment, because that's obviously what we should do. But when you get an answer like that, just nip it in the bud. Don't argue in the comment section because that's what they want, because that's going to push that out to more people.
Yeah, they are purposely engagement baiting to get views so that they can push their stuff out, so they can get more exposure, so they can hopefully get paid from the creator fund and make money from their fake art.
Try to share it with any of that nonsense. I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want people to directly go over there, because you're going to see it and you're blatantly going to be like, oh, dude, yeah, that is exactly what they're doing. You're not slick. You're not slick. It's very obvious that that's what you're doing, especially to somebody who's been drawing for a while. It is incredibly obvious that you have talent, but you are combining it together with a bunch of AI nonsense. It's not you doing it. It's not you doing it. I know it's not you doing it. Just please be careful. Don't support anything like that. I don't really think anybody is. And don't give them the attention by commenting or building up their algorithm by making TikTok think that you're engaging with what they're doing. That's all I have to say about it.
And some of the people in the comment section, because I'm a little nosy, they were tagging the accounts. So this is the account that is in question, and the account goes by the name of Cara Lux, or Lady Cara. So first off, I do want to say again, don't send hate to anybody involved. These are all alleged, right? Because we can't necessarily prove for certain, but some things look pretty damn sus, you know what I'm saying? So let's get into this. And again, I'm not going to have them linked down below in the comment section. Don't give them any more attention. We're going to see this. We're going to be like, yep, this is sus, and then move on.
Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Check out this beautiful.
I just think it's really funny because like he literally says the same thing in every single video, but in a lot of the captions, it's just like the video file name, like 2023-0730, and then a bunch of numbers at the end.
Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio.
So let's real quick take a look at some of the art, okay? Do I even need to point out why this is AI to you guys? It is AI. To me, allegedly, this is reading very AI, and the way that it's stylized, the way that the elements of the accessories don't make sense. As you see, this necklace doesn't make any sense. There is only one strand here for the chain, but then it breaks into 2 strands on the other side, but then it shows 4 strands in the middle. This is most definitely AI. Oh lord. According to me, this extremely is reading AI. And I really like how they just, or not like, I just think it's funny how they just added the word like life in the most, how would I say it, like Microsoft clip art version possible, with the gradient plus the white outline plus the drop shadow on it.
Check out this beautiful piece.
I feel like I've seen this piece somewhere already with some, you know, somebody AI generated something that looks like this.
Check out this beautiful piece of. Check out this beautiful piece of.
Again, I would say this is the most definite, like, hey, this looks sus, this looks like AI. AI is not good at drawing fine details, so the flowers look very off. Some flowers have 3 petals, some flowers have 4, some flowers have 5, some flowers have looks like maybe 6. The jewelry detail, it looks like quote unquote detail until you take a closer look, and it's like these are just scribbles, but it's like AI scribbles. You know, like something is not the focal point of the art piece, so they scribble a little bit, they cut some corners because you're not focusing on that, so that it is like an art technique to keep all of the detail in the focal point of your piece where the viewer should direct their attention. It helps guide the viewer to look at what's important, but this stuff just does not make sense. Like, what is happening with these necklaces? There are 1 chain but 2 chains, but this one becomes like a little, like it breaks in the middle here.
Check out this beautiful piece of.
This is looking very AI.
Check out this beautiful piece of artwork.
But here's the thing, right? Like, look at this piece now. This now looks a lot more human rendered than the other pieces. If this couple made it, or like this is their partner's artwork they're selling, why do all the art styles look so different? And it's one thing to have an art piece, like different art styles, but typically with artists that have multiple art styles, you can still tell it's made by the same person, whereas with this, we can't. Because it's not made by the same person, because it's AI. Like, look at this piece they made now. And also what is typically odd too is they have a lot of like really elaborate, extensive background work, but they also do very extensive portraits. Like typically with artists, you see them err on the side of one or the other. Like people who draw extremely elaborate backgrounds often are a little weaker in drawing portraits because they're not the same thing, right? There's a lot of skill in both, but you're drawing different stuff. People who are really good at drawing portraits, like people, full bodies, typically tend to be a little weaker when it comes to background illustrations. Absolute god artists can do both, but you know, like most likely there is gonna be some sort of discrepancy. So to see somebody be able to allegedly illustrate extremely complex backgrounds and also very well rendered people, to me it's like, oh, this is a bit odd because you often don't see people do both. Again, another piece that is a very reminiscent of the AI rendering style. Not to mention like absolutely floating strands of hair. Like, do you see this little like dollop that's just floating here? Another one kind of like down here.
Check out this beautiful piece. Check out this beautiful.
And look again, right? Like same portraits, but extremely different style. Like, you want me to believe this is all made by the same person? Like, I don't think so.
Here's our other illustration card. And get real close. This is done in pencil, ink, and marker.
Now that's the thing too, right? This to me now looks a lot more hand drawn.
Pencil ink and marker.
If we look at
And
the
as you can
elements,
see,
like
it's
there's a
been
lot of squiggly
laminated
stuff
to
going
give it
on,
that
but it
seal
looks
of
very
quality.
human drawn, you know? The
This is
lines with the
available on
eyebrows
our
intersecting with the
website. Let me show
hair.
you the back. The back is white. The front, as you can see, the markers coming through it. That's to show the originality of it.
Sorry, I'm just laughing. The markers coming through to show the originality. Yeah, but then like what about your other pieces that look so different?
But this has been sealed with the laminator, quality and quality. This is available on our website. The link is in the bio. Oh, remember, it's available on our website. Here's one of our other illustration cards. Little big of a bigger illustration card is. We get closer to zoom in. This is ink illustration.
Like this definitely looks hand drawn. You can see the parts where maybe the artist like wasn't satisfied with how it looked like and they inked over it. Like here with this finger, it looks like it was inked over. Like you can still see, you know, the part of the arm where they sketched out before they inked over it and colored it in. Like this definitely looks a lot more human made. And also they post so frequently. All of those videos that we just saw were all from 6 hours ago.
And this is the illustration card of a lion that's available on our website. This lion was done in pencil, ink, and color markers. Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. It's available on our website. Link in the bio.
I also think it's funny because for pieces that were actually handmade, they elaborate a lot more into the process of it than pieces that weren't. If we go down their
Check out
page,
this
the
beautiful
style varies so much.
Check out this beautiful piece of artwork. Picture read you.
Like, one, this to me is again reading really, really heavy AI. I mean, this bro's got a unibrow for one. Nothing wrong with unibrows, okay? My brother's got one, but like, most likely people often don't draw them in. The hair, this chunk of hair just hanging off of his head. A lot of artifacts in the background. Like, and here's the thing again, because artists typically specialize in drawing one or two things. So you're telling me this artist allegedly specializes in drawing female portraits, but also backgrounds, but also very masculine men. Like typically people who draw very masculine characters don't draw a lot of very feminine characters because they just prefer one over the other. That's your prerogative, right? But they're able to draw both really well.
Buy my art. The link is in the bio.
Then they have a lot of pieces like this, these sort of like action figure or like hero art pieces that look like they're drawn on brown cardstock with a lot of white over it. This is also 15 hours ago.
Check out this beautiful piece of artwork available on our website. Link in the bio.
And then here we have AI Spider-Man over here with 1, 2, 3, like bunch of janky looking fingers. This hand, not completely to mention that the thumb is facing the wrong way, right? The thumb is facing inwards. It's supposed to face outwards. At least that's what looks like his thumb. It's only got 4 fingers on this hand. Need I say more? Not to mention the spider doesn't even have the correct amount of legs. Spiders have 8 legs, not 6 on each side. And this is the partner.
Buy my art, link in the bio. Buy my art, link in the bio. Check out the art, link in the bio.
Buy my art, link in the bio. Buy my art, link in the bio. Buy my art, the link is in the bio. Oh yeah, buy my art.
And they have a lot of more like sketchy pieces like this. Like this could be human error, it could be AI. Honestly, I can't tell, but the placement of the ear is like astronomically below where it should be anatomically. But it could be a human error, right?
Buy my art, the link is in the bio. Buy my art.
But yeah, here we have other pieces like this, you know? And this looks a lot more human drawn. Is this like the weirdly quote unquote perfect art that AI tends to produce, the extremely over rendered, over shiny? No. There's like a lot of stylistic choices here, right? And the kind of like the flatter forehead, the protrusion of some elements, right? But this looks human made. This looks like this was like a human stylistic elements. Like this looks like a human done sketch, a little doodle, a little sketch, but it looks like it was made by a person. Again, another piece that looks like it was made by a person. Again, there's some anatomical errors, I would say, with like the placement of the eyes, if we're going for like a strictly anatomically correct drawing, but it looks human made, you know? It looks like it was made by a person. This doesn't look like the other art that this account is advertising. And then I think the most egregious is this piece, right? This like boba drinking girl. I feel like I've seen this piece like 10,000 times already. Maybe it's just me though, but I feel like I've seen it a lot. And I've scrolled so far down their page and we've only gotten to 2 days ago for their posts. And like what I'm really curious about is, do these people make money? Like there's no way they're profitable, right? Like there's literally no way they make all of these posts and they make make money from it. And or they've had people buy their art. Like maybe some people have, but I feel like buy my insert blank link in bio, buy my insert blank link in bio is not a very good selling tech method. Let's take a look at their website because they've been harping about this website for so long. So I go to their website and I'm already hit with a bunch of ads. So maybe this isn't a ploy to sell art at all, but it's a ploy just to make money off ad revenue. They have a lot of artwork that's quote unquote for sale. And a lot of this is really giving AI art to me. Like this piece here, it's a bit sus to me. They have a girl wearing, what, star-shaped studs on her ears, except they can't draw the stars correctly. You can render to this high of a level, but you can't draw a 5-pointed star correctly. Again, this piece here, there's just so much going on that just doesn't make sense. Like, a lot of the jewelry just looks odd. And I think this one's the most egregious one, like, not gonna lie. We have 2 JJK art pieces of Sukuna, except they couldn't get Sukuna's patterning the same. Like, look between the 2 art pieces and the black striping across his chest. Like, in one of the striping, the stripe goes down his pec and then back kind of like hooks under into like pointing into his armpit. And then the other one, it just goes kind of straight down the stomach and it puts a V on his stomach. Like, you're telling me you made some fan art of Sukuna from JJK, but you couldn't get Sukuna's patterning correct between the 2 art pieces you made of him. Make that make sense. And if I look up Sukuna from JJK, neither of those drawings were actually correct according to the lore. Sukuna's stripe down his chest is like blocked. It's like a dotted line. It's not one solid line. So neither of these are actually correct. And this is what leads me to it being AI, because AI is not good at drawing complex clothing. So this is a lot of times why people will get caught by using AI when it comes to drawing fantasy characters, like characters from anime, characters from games, because they can maybe get the essence of the face correct, but AI will fuck up the clothing because AI doesn't recognize that. Like, it's too detailed for AI to draw properly. This is also why a lot of accounts who make fan art of like notable IP, like characters in very notable games, they will tend to draw them in daily clothing instead of their actual IP clothing, like the clothing they wear in the game. Because the clothing in the game is too hard for AI to draw properly, and the mistakes are too easy to indicate that it was AI. So instead, if they have the AI draw like Xiao from Genshin, but in daily clothing, like, I don't know, a t-shirt and pants, it's a lot more likely that AI will get the face correct, and then AI will know how to draw a black shirt and jeans. But yeah, so my final conclusion about this account is that you can take with it what you will, but I am pretty convinced that there is AI used in a lot of the pieces, and I am also convinced they can draw, right? Like, we've seen it. They have pieces that look like it was hand drawn. I don't doubt that. That's what it's just sad to see, because it's like, why sell AI art when you can draw yourself? But there was another account that was also getting tagged under the original TikToker's video, and it was this account called Art of the Wild 3. This is the account. So this is an example of the videos that they post. I muted the audio because it is copyrighted and I am not trying to get copyright struck. They're promoting this Zelda-inspired artwork that is printed on canvases, revealing my art until it hits my target audience. And it's really funny because a lot of people in the comments are asking for their art process and they are just not showing it. This person says you should post a work in progress or show us your studio/medium sometime. And somebody says, would love to see your progress videos. Maybe share some skills you use with the rest of us. I'm sure you'll find more people that way. Somebody says these look oddly familiar, and people are basically asking for time lapses, processes, and this is their page, right? On their website, you can see here is a screenshot of how the art piece looks, and boy oh boy, this is really giving AI art to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, the most amount of time I played Breath of the Wild is a solid 5 minutes when I borrowed my friend's Switch 4 years ago. But from my understanding, this is how Link's shield looks like. It is a blue shield with a silver border on the side with some detailing in the middle. So what exactly is Link wearing in this photo? In this art piece? The shield looks very odd. You can argue maybe it's the brushstroke art style, but at least the elements would look familiar, right? Which they don't. And it also looks like the door is warping with his hands, and it kind of looks like the shield is like melting into the door. This is most definitely giving AI. And what did I say before, right? Like, AI is not good at drawing fantastical characters that exist outside of the modern world, like Link in Breath of the Wild, or, you know, any Genshin Impact characters, whatever, because these are fantastical elements of their clothing, and AI cannot get a good reference of how the clothing looks like. So therefore it will F it up. But AI can pull a lot of references for how a black t-shirt looks like and will likely not mess that up as badly. So that's why it's like, a big indicator of how it could potentially be AI if it is notable IP with, you know, branded elements for their clothing, their shield, etc., and it is completely butchered. I can understand if it's a human artist and they mess some elements up, you know, like maybe the S shape here on the shield that looks more like a snake than this like angular element. That could be a stylistic choice. But to completely butcher it like this, mm-mm. Here's another one of their art pieces. This looks like Link standing in a field with flowers, except the flowers look like they're melting. And this is the other piece they're promoting. Again, it is Link with a different shield. I'm guessing it's referring to this one, right? The shield backpack. So again, why is it missing all the elements that the shield is supposed to have? That is what I'm the most confused about. And in the background, we have two swans. One swan and one whose head is melting into the rock behind it. So again, both of these accounts to me look very, very heavily AI, and they're both using a very similar method to sell the artwork, where they show you the artwork in hand and or printed out instead of it being digital. So maybe it's less likely you clock it. Don't send hate to any of those people, right? But check out the original TikToker. I'll have them linked down below. With that, I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section below, and let me know what your favorite boba flavor is. I'm very curious because I drink boba once a day. So anyways, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital goods I sell there, and I also have some for free on my coffee, and I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos. Peace.